every Friday on our website. Red feather deep, here's the receiver who breaks a tackle. It's Bovine. Brantley trying to catch him. He won't. And Oklahoma City on the first play of their next drive busts it loose and they regain the lead. Are you kidding me? Tiberius Bovine once again making the big play. Unbelievable. One wide receiver either side for Mike, and Daza will flip it out to Sim, and Sim makes the play! 10-5 touchdown! The doctor is in! The Crabs have the lead! Oh, mama! There goes that man!
To the right, single receiver to the left. Dunhill to throw, has time, goes deep down the left-hand side. That was complete behind the defense. They can't catch him. 10-5 touchdown. Atlanta. Boo Chisholm does it again.
Hand off to English on a first down, trying to get it around the left-hand side. Takes the long way around, but still picks up the first down. Still on his feet, down the sideline. Johnny English past the 20, 10. He scores again. Touchdown, Honolulu. On one of the craziest runs after fake punt, pass, kick, whatever I've ever seen. Unbelievable.
Mama, there goes that man.
I mean, he goes 5 yards back before he scores.
Yeah, I was going to make a comment about that, but I'll keep my comments to myself because he took this one to the house. He was blazing. 51 didn't have a shot.
So the Skyhawks having trouble on first and second down sometimes in terms of moving the chains, but they have converted on a decent amount of these third downs. I believe they've only had to punt once. Snap back, hand off to English, right up the gut. English fights his way for a first down again, and can you believe that? Johnny English, that's the second time on third down the man has just taken the ball and ran right up the gut for a first. This is a man possessed, ladies and gentlemen. He wants this Skyhawk team to succeed, and it looks like he's...
Splint backs for Louis Ndula. Josh to throw, runs right into Big Sexy.
Big Sexy. Another country is heard from. Oh, yeah.
He just flew right by the offensive tackle. Gave him one little move and boop, down the quarterback went.
Split receivers and offside, and Snowden's going to take the handoff. Snowden, Richard Snowden spins back inside, breaks a tackle and scores. That's going to be a touchdown, DC. How in the world did he keep his balance and move the other way?
Wow, that's well, we were just talking about it too. You know, Snowden's got that ability to break away, and had he had more field there, he was definitely able to keep going. You know, he goes through the whole guy, doesn't have a whole lot of room there. One guy misses a tackle, he spins on him another, and shakes off that one right down there at the end and is able to get in there. So DC is shown early on. They set the pace with the first touchdown, and then they come and they answer back with a great drive there.
Walker's deep pass is picked off. That's interception number 3 on the night. Eddie Gage gets up and returns it to the 34. How about Baltimore's defense against Kevin Walker? He did not throw 3 interceptions all of last season in any game. And only 2 times in his career has Walker thrown at least 3.
These two defenses right now canceling each other out. Showing a blitz up the middle, they bring it, Bentley running right into it, Bentley gets away from it. Bentley's got a first down, breaks a tackle, Ray Bentley! He's gone! And the Aztecs are going to score and get on the board! Welcome to the game, Ray Bentley! And the Aztecs are right back in it just like that.
Welcome to Washington, D.C., where the D.C. Dragons look to get back on track against the Alamo City Artillery. Here as we continue Week 4 action of Season 20 of the Simulation Football League. Here's a look inside the Dungeon of Dragons Coliseum here in Washington, D.C. as the Dragons get set to take on Alamo City. Our statisticians are Greg Stoto and Eddie Gage.
Two scoops.
I'm Colin Nordrup, and back with me this week is Rick Nordrup.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Washington, D.C. We drug along the Rick meter, in case anybody was wondering.
And Chad Rowland did not break it. Took him a minute to try and get it powered up, but he figured it out.
Everything's in German.
I told you to translate the book, as the Dragons, coming off a rather disheartening loss to Baltimore, take on an artillery squad that's won 2 straight games and looks to remain on top of the South Division. DC looking to climb out of a tie for last place. Toss the coin. It's tails. And the artillery will take the football first. Rick.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Hey, it's great to be back. It's nice when the day job and everything else doesn't get in the way of Simulation Football League.
So we're kicking off to a Alamo City offense that's number 3 in rush yards per game, going up against the 14th ranked rush defense of DC. As the kickoff by Potsy is deep and returned. This is
Little sideways action there.
up to the 20-yard line, and that's where we'll get our look at Ace Fennick, the quarterback, Brad Jones, the tailback, the fullback is Thick
Who?
Juicy, number 44, Hank Earl Troll, Ziggy Hronik, Greg Soto, and Deuce Finnick are the wide receivers. Garrison Blue is the tight end. And the first play will be a handoff to Brad Jones, and Jones through the hole. Look at Jones move all the way down to the 46-yard line before he's brought down by number 54, Declan O'Rourke, the inside linebacker.
Now let's take another look at this. Was there a little mess up in the backfield? A little hesitation? Nah. Nice deception, I guess. And he just goes rumbling, bumbling, stumbling around the right side for a big gain. Run the sweep out of the power.
Jose Fuentes and John Gary are the defensive ends for the Dragons. Rookie Canal Fortson, the first-round draft pick, as well as Jason Bourne are the defensive tackles. O'Rourke is the inside linebacker. Saeed Gore and Riley Cuse are outside, as Jones gets stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
They test that right side of the formation again. But this time, the Dragons were ready for it, Colin.
Rookie second-round draft pick Fagu Gaipan is at corner along with Peanut Say and Daryl Bullock. Free safeties John DeSantis and strong safeties are the veteran Josh Vasquez and the rookie John Patrick Levine. As the throw down the field is intercepted, this is Peanut Say, and Peanut makes his way to the 41-yard line where the Dragons will take over.
Flashing a little ministry of silly walks there as he places the football down on the turf. Just kind of sinks back and turns around and says, look what I found.
And for Peanut Say, that is interception number 1 on the year.
Numero uno.
Sets up his dad, Kevin Say, and the rest of the DC attack led by number 7, Sabaj Synergy. We'll get to the rest of the starting lineups after this play.
They go shotgun 3 wide to start out, Colin.
Here's Synergy over the middle, complete. First down to the 45-yard line, he'll go. And that is the tight end, Lauren Percoco, on the reception, 1 of 2. Kevin Say is the tailback. His backup is Chuck Steller, who played at fullback. Jay last year. They have a new rookie fullback, Jay Ballmer. Wide receivers are Ronnie Shanahan, Mike Churchill, and Josh Gill. Lauren Percoco is tight end along with Craig Westlake. Here's the throw out to Kevin Say. Tries to spin ahead, but he's tackled for no gain on the play by Boogie Barr, the outside linebacker. And Barr is joined there by Rob Foraker, formerly of Denver, on the outside, along with Jay Mard on the inside linebacker. Jukin Rukin is the defensive end along with Yogi Barr. Stephen Fellows II and Tina Begin are the defensive tackles. Rager Law, Mickey McGuire are the corners, as Stellar is tackled in the backfield for a short loss to the 46. And there's Rukin making it stop early, Rick.
That gets him behind the chains, 3rd and 11 here after generating a first down. But they are at midfield, just across midfield.
They go 3 wide, synergy under center with split backs.
I point that out because it's no man's land for punting.
They go out to the bottom, but it's way too short of the sticks. In fact, it'll only be a pick of about 4 to Shanahan, and Wilson will be on for the punt.
Well, and just like that, they cross the 50, but there is no more. Moronic back for the punt return. Am I right?
He is back for the punt return, number 17.
Ooh, look out.
Wilson snaps it low. The punt is away, and fair catch is called at the 13. So the artillery took one big shot down the field, but unfortunately for them, the shell ended up in the possession of the enemy.
Well, they get another go at it. I suppose for the DC Dragons standpoint, they did back them up in the field position. So it's a little worse starting out territory.
Offset single back to the left is Jones. The third carry, hesitates.
Oh, no.
All picks up about 11 yards. Did a great hesitation move, and O'Rourke has to clean up the mess again at the 24.
Hey, don't forget about Motor City at Arizona tonight at 9 o'clock. Just saying.
That's Sunday at 9 o'clock.
Oh, Sunday. My bad. Too excited.
1st and 10 at the 24. Ace Finnick under center with 3 wide. Oh, we get an offside call. And that's unfortunate because the man who jumped off sides got the sack. That was Jose Fuentes, the 10-year veteran, 2nd year at DC. Got a head start and used it to sack the quarterback, when unfortunately for Mr. Fuentes, it will not count in the greater stat category. Fuentes comes in with a half a sack, 8 tackles overall, and 4 tackles for loss. So far on the season. This is a DC defense that is -2 in turnover differential coming in. They're already +1, and the throw is knocked away by O'Rourke as the artillery elect to hurry back to the line of scrimmage. And Finnick, who is yet to complete a pass to his own team, finally does. The throw down the field is complete to the tight end. That is Garrison Blue, number 86. Charles Michael is the undrafted free agent at left guard. And the ace to deuce connection is warmed up for the first time today. Pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the Dragon 48-yard line. They come out in split backfield. 1 wide receiver each side. 6-step drop, fires out. Greg Soto on the reception, and that is good for a first down at the 41-yard line of DC. There's a look at the Dragons getting set on defense. That was Josh Vasquez. Just to give up the middle. This is to the fullback, only his second carry.
Well, and you can see them.
Juicy on the carry was stopped for no gain.
I'm sorry, Colin. You can see Alamo City testing different running concepts, different parts of the line. The Velociraptors testing the fence. See where they can find some more cracks.
Here's the throw over the middle. Catch made for the first down to the 29-yard line. Deuce Finnick again, his second catch on the drive. First and 10 at 29. Early numbers for Ace Finnick. Well, he's not looking like an ace student at the moment. He has the one interception dragging his numbers down. But this guy's been hot. Brad Jones spinning a hole. Broken tackle, touchdown. Alamo City. And the boys from San Antonio are on the board first.
Not a surprise after some of the success they'd had on some of those bigger plays, Colin. And here's another one.
Been right in the hole, and he wasn't so much as touched after that. Had a man dive at his feet. That was DeSantis. And the artillery, who had Matt Finnick at kicker. So it's a family affair for the Finnecks.
It's all in the family. Ooh, high snap.
But they get it down, and it's good. With 4:38 to go in the first quarter, 7-0 Alamo City in front.
If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy.
That was a 9-play, 89-yard drive. There were 4 runs for 45 yards and also 4 completed passes for 44 yards. So perfectly balanced. And the Dragons, they got 1 first down on their opening possession, Rick, but all of a sudden they find themselves down by a quick 7.
They do on their home field, right? And so they should get an advantage there, as everybody knows. Hey, I want to point out I was remiss in not noting that aerial coverage of today's game, and there were some great shots of the mall in Washington, right? Aerial coverage of today's game provided by Dags DroneWorks, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at dagsdroneworks.com.
Nice work by Mike Dags in getting those drone shots as Josh Gill makes his first reception pick up a 3. As Synergy has completed his first 4 passes. There's for Coco, the tight end, who had the big 14-yard grab early.
That's right, and there was a little early chat back and forth about throwing to the tight ends.
Here's the throw to Kevin Say, and Kevin spins, but he gets blasted down by Bogey Barr at the Washington 26. It'll be 3rd down, and for the Dragons. They were already 0 for 1 on 3rd down in this game. I would think they would have to convert here, and if they want to have an opportunity to sustain the drive.
Yeah, obviously. 3rd and 3, very makeable. They're going to throw. Well, they're going to do that side thing again, and they get it.
Say in the open field picks up the first down with ease.
Say hey. Willie Mays called, and he loved that play.
Here's Say swinging out of the backfield.
Runs a quality route there, too, instead of continuing over to the sideline. Stops, turns around, shows his numbers. Finds himself with the rock.
Has 25 targets on the year, 24 receptions, 126 yards coming in. Only 240 on the ground, 2 rushing touchdowns, averaging 6.5 yards a carry on 37 carries of the rock so far this year.
Huh.
is the man they nicknamed Moose. It's Sebaz Synergy under center. 3-step drop. Another out route is caught for a 4-yard gain. That is Mike Churchill, only his 9th grab on the season. It's good for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Kind of an interesting little combination of routes over there. Little threading of the needle to get that in for a gain of 4.
Strong eye formation. Here's another 3-step drop. Slant over the middle. Catch made in front of Mickey McGuire and Sebastian Energy. He's on fire, Rick. He's 8 of 8.
Showing off a little bit with those last 2 throws, am I right?
And for the second time this drive, he finds Churchill. Ball is marked at the Alamo City 46. They come in with 3 tight ends. Craig Westlake, the other tight end, is in. Here's Sebaz, fires out of the backfield. Balmer, number 80, the fullback, catches it and picks up 5 yards.
Second and 5, looking good. In terms of down and distance, staying ahead of the chains. There's my gratuitous comment guy comment.
Balmer, 14 receptions, only 1 rush attempt in a year. Also clears the way for Say, as we've seen several times today. Say gets the ball, but only able to get 1. It'll be 3rd and 4.
I think you got 1.
That was generous at the most. Dragons convert 66% on 3rd downs offensively. Alamo City allows just over 65% on
Wow.
3rd downs.
Odds are in favor here of the Dragons, right? That's some quality stats work there, Tom. Hat tip to
Trips
you.
to the top. Synergy fires to the bottom side. Man, wide open is Churchill. 3rd catch and a 1st down to the 31.
I don't know if the Alamo City secondary got confused or if that was just a great, route combo. But he's all alone over there. Make the first down.
Sebastian Energy now 9 of 9, averaging 7 yards per attempt. You see the quarterback rating there. Eddie Gage and Greg Soto keeping track of the facts and figures for us. His Synergy changes the play. It's another out route, this time to Gill, who rolls it in for 4 yards.
You know what else that is? That's also another completion. All right.
He's now 10 of 10.
Jeez, that's fire.
Look at J. Mart trying to fire up the rest of this defense. Alamo City has a 7-point lead, but their ball is currently on their 27-yard line as the DC Dragons have done whatever they wanted to, especially through the air, as they line up with 3 wide receivers in the formation. Here's the give to Kevin Say. Say has all kinds of room. Explodes, touchdown. He was not touched on his way to the end zone, and the Moose is loose for 6.
Wow. Another chunk running play for a score. Pretty cool.
Watch this right here. The 3 receivers, they cleared away. And Say isn't.
You're right. Nobody laid a hand on him. A glove on him. A glove on that guy.
Potty Potty is the kicker. Number 15.
With a neck roll. Showing his toughness there. Not afraid to make a tackle if he has to.
That's a 27-yard rushing touchdown by Kevin Say.
And we're tied. With 51 seconds to go in the first quarter, Colin. Your thoughts?
Wow, pretty quick strike capability from the Dragons there.
I did mention the Rick Meter is here with us in our nation's capital, watching the action intently, obviously, because that's her job, right?
Here's
a serviceable return, no doubt.
Return up to the 25. for Alamo City, and
yes,
they had an 89-yard, 9-play drive last time. It took up 3 minutes and 2 seconds, and they sealed DC make the game's first double-digit play drive with 10 plays, 81 yards.
Oh, they do that little confusing Mad Magician kind of full house backfield thing there, Colin. This time it doesn't fool the Dragons.
You see the early numbers for Jones. He's 5 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
Yes.
Only pickup of 1 on the previous play. It'll be 2nd and 9. And this will most likely be one of the final plays of the quarter.
Look at that stacked line, Colin, on the left, and they're going to run over there. Nothing
And
doing.
Jones stopped the line of scrimmage. O'Rourke again. And that'll be the last play of the quarter. Pretty fast moving, but very exciting first quarter play.
Yeah.
You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on YouTube. Welcome back here to our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., where the Dragons are tied up with the Alamo City Artillery at 7 apiece.
Shabazz Synergy has gone 10 for 10 so far. What's interesting is both touchdowns were long running plays, Colin.
The throw over the middle, knocked down, incomplete. Looking over the middle into heavy traffic, but John Patrick Levine able to knock it away.
The Dragons clearly loosening up the Alamo City defense with their passing and freeing up some running lanes.
Bring up running lanes indeed. Here's the punt away by Alamo City. And the return up to the 46 is well on market. Shanahan wearing a face mask with the bar right down the middle, unusual for a wide receiver. It's been a tight end in college or something.
Tough guy. Real tough guy. So the problem for Alamo City not being able to get much traction on offense means the Dragons get the ball in great field position.
Throw down the field, knocked down. And that is Gunny Mickey McGuire on the deflection pass intended for Shanahan, and he's not too happy.
Right. Shabazz Synergy needed to, he threw that short. He needed to air it out and let him run underneath it. He got behind the defender. With a great move there, but they can't hook up, and that's Synergy's first mistake, and nearly a very costly one. No harm, no foul. 2nd and 10, Colin.
He's now 10 of 11. For those keeping track at home. Play action. Synergy fires. Complete. This is Westlake. He picks up 9.
Boy, that was by the hair of your chinny chin chin kind of a play. Nearly got hit and sacked as he lets it go, and Westlake catches it just before the defender arrives.
Again, they line up with 3 tight ends. And a tight end in the backfield. Say up the middle. Easily gets the first down and more.
Kind of sachets his way through the line there. And picks up the first down. Fun to watch.
Bolo Young is the team's 3rd tight end. You'll occasionally see him back there. There's Jukin Rukin. He's 6'2", 290 pounds, 9th here in the league.
He's a load.
He's been with his team, and they've been a lot of places. Say again gets the ball. No, this is Stellar. And Chuck Stellar gets down to the 27-yard line. He almost busted that one open, Rick.
That was wicked awesome. Watch this. Steps over a guy and just bulls his way. Look at that.
If he broke that tackle attempt by regular law, we could be looking at
He'd still be
another
running.
7 points.
Right. With both hands on the ball, too. Love the ball security.
Stay back in, and he'll get the ball. Stay up the middle. 2 spin moves, 3 spin moves, and then almost another broken tackle. Regular Law's got to be feeling like he's got to be one of those calf roping cowboys, just jumping on the back of these running backs and hanging on.
Let's see. We got another look at it. Here we go. One spin move. Two spin moves.
Watch this.
3 spin moves.
First and 10 at the 11. Crossing under 8:50 to go. Kevin Say and Josh Gill lined up tight to the wing. Synergy fires out.
Oh.
This is Westlake, makes a catch and gets out of bounds at the 6.
Westlake had to go backwards to go forward, apparently. Turns that into a nifty play.
It'll be 2nd and 5.
Fiver.
You see Regular Law, number 26. They go trips again. They scored out of this formation last time they were in it. Stretch to Say. And they'll pass out of it. Slide over the middle for Coco. Touchdown, DC.
They're scoring again out of that go-to formation now, Colin.
Just a quick little slant over the middle to the tight end. And boom, there she was. At 8:23 to go in the first half, we have a 13-7 game pending the extra point.
Well, in football as in life, Colin, you've got to convert your scoring opportunities.
And the extra point is up and good by Potty. And so far, the DC Dragons, who are 7.5 point underdogs at home, are currently in front by 7.
I don't know about you, Colin, but I like this game. If you're liking the game so far, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership.
Returned by Ziggy Heronik up to his own 22 in the artillery. And a nice 10-play scoring drive last time, but they were 3 plays and out last time they had the football.
Right, not what they're planning on doing.
Here is the run. Jones is tackled.
That's a lot of tough sledding in the interior line there.
As we take a look at the early numbers, Rick, it's heavily tilted in DC's favor. And they're mostly getting it done through the air.
The only exception is rushing yards there. Well, on average yards. But they do have the lead, does DC.
Here's Ace over the middle. He finds Ziggy Heronik out to the Alamo City 40.
That was a nice play, nice catch. When they needed it too, right? Ziggy's got sure hands. He knows he's going to get hit. Secures the ball and prepares thyself.
He's on the sideline now chilling as they go 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. Stacked to one side. Jones offset that way. And Garrison Blue just showing off with the leaping one-handed grab. Picks up 9.5.
Was that necessary? Let's see if we get another look at that.
And the big fella just showing his hops. He's 6'5", 255 pounds, so he's just saying, hey, big guys can jump too.
A little Michael Jordan there.
Changes the play to line. Jones with the carry, gets through.
Just enough for the first down.
Needed one, got about 2.
Well, and here we're getting a reading, first reading from the Rick meter, Colin. You ready?
First reading indeed.
Yeah, you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
It is lean DC. Lean DC.
As Jones gets the carry, stopped exactly at the 50.
Rick meter not that impressed with Alamo City's offense here in the last couple of possessions, as they also find themselves behind the 8 ball.
Now approaching under 6 minutes to go. 2 tight ends. I think one of those tight ends is tackle eligible. As we get to Jones one more time, up the middle, breaks 2 tackles.
Nice.
Before Vasquez brings him down. And it seems like, okay, Kevin, so you have all these fancy moves. Here's my power. Boom. Boom.
As I mentioned, their attempts at getting through the line the last couple of possessions have not inspired confidence.
Ace Finnick, he's 6 of 9, passing for 70 yards, but unfortunately he threw a completion to the other team. He's back to throw and completes it to his own team, Hronik.
That's workmanlike. I dig that. Just need a few yards for the first down. They make sure they get it. Retain possession. Keep moving the chains, Colin.
Hauls it in.
Here they go with the offset eye, Colin.
They had tight end flexed out as a third wide receiver. Here's the out route to the bottom of the field. Catch made, but could have been for more. Deuce Finnick on the reception.
Boring. Come on, guys.
See, this is what happens, folks, when he's gone a week. He gets bored.
Bored with these. Come on, we need more production. Oh, they run the same play to the other side, basically.
Throw outs to Greg Soto as they flood the area.
Well, they do manage to get themselves a 3rd and 1. Okay. All right. Okay.
Ball is on the Dragon 27-yard line. They do have Matt Finnick. He's 4 or 5 field goal attempts in a year. As they line up in the I-Jacks formation. And the standard I set. Second man through is Jones. He can't get there. Tackle made. Saeed Gore stops him for a gain of Zeto.
Oh, no.
And the offense is sticking out on the field for the moment. Ball is on the Dragon 27-yard line.
Yeah, maybe ritual burning of the timeout and then send the field goal unit out. Let's see. Trying to get the Dragons to jump.
Play clock under 10.
I'm not sure. And there it is.
And a timeout called. Let's go to Cameron Irvine for the first game break of the evening. Cam, what do you got for us?
Thank you, Colin. Mexico City, after a struggle on Monday night, goes 12 plays on their opening series and gets a touchdown. 7-0 Charleston. Actually, Charleston just added a field goal, 7-3 in the first quarter over in South Carolina. Back to you guys in our nation's capital.
Always good to see the Hall of Famer Ray Bentley putting in the work. On the touchdown reception there from Jordan Sipe. Matt Finnick now on for the field goal attempt. Snap, spot, kick, and Matt, good from 44, they'll call it.
Just not too far over the crossbar, but it's good. Finnick gets one. Pulls them to within 4, Colin. Let's see if Alamo City's defense can stiffen up here a little bit. Try and get the ball back yet again before the end of the second quarter. Speaking of that, coming up on the 8 p.m. Music Halftime Report, SFL studio contributors Chris Curtis, a.k.a. the Colonel, and Tyler Falk, a.k.a. 210. Thank you.
As the spin up the middle gets them down to the 28, and for DC, all of a sudden they find their touchdown lead shrunk down to 4 points.
I did. Sorry about that. I started reading the wrong promo, so my apologies. I know everybody's waiting for another read, so I'll get you one here shortly.
This is Joker's pair. They have an extra tackle at the tight end spot where Westlake is. As Synergy will go out to 6,
Nice.
and the Moose gets knocked out of bounds by everybody's favorite Marine, Mickey McGuire, who put in the chat he wants to know who Denver Northrup picked for this game.
Who does Denver pick? Well, he is a fan of the military, so you know he's living a life of service, just like the fine men and women who are serving our flag. So he's going with Alamo City.
Throw out to Westlake, makes the catch, but pays a wicked price for it with a shot by Bogey Bar.
You know what happened, though, Colin? That's a first down.
Here's the give to Kevin Say.
Oh!
Say is on his way. The Moose is loose down the field and all the way to the Alamo City 25.
Oh, gosh golly, that was great. It was a great run around the left side. We've seen them get a seal on the edge and free Say before. Deja vu all over again.
Took 2 men to bring him down that time. And let's see if DC tries to get one more playoff before the 2-minute warning. We reached the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League on YouTube.
Week 4 action continues later tonight, headlined by another primetime duel in Vancouver where Christian Brown and the Legion will host Johnny Reno and the Red Hot Minnesota Legend. Coverage starts at 9 p.m. in the East, 3 p.m. in the West, only on SFL YouTube.
As that throw is complete out to Josh Gill, and Sebastian Energy still with only the one incompletion. As he is now 16 of 17, 107 yards. And everybody has at least one catch, with the exception of second-string tailback Chuck Stellar. Synergy. Quick drop. Over the middle finds Gill again, and Josh Gill has a first and goal at the 7. And the artillery again have to play some strong defense here deep in the red zone. Here's the give to Say, and Say goes through the wide open space for the touchdown.
Wide open spaces. He's out on the prairie, scoring like a machine. Wow.
His second touchdown of the day. 86 yards on only 5 carries.
Yikes.
Talk about a productive day.
Indeed, and another shout out to Eddie Gage, Greg Soto, handling the stats and marking down all the good info for Colin to be able to pass on.
That is a
And creating the official record of the SFL.
It is a 6-play, 70-yard drive, taking 2 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock. And Kevin Say is in the end zone for his second touchdown as it's now 21-10.
And if you're Alamo City, it's no laughing matter. But DC just kind of matriculates their way down the field and then runs it in on you, Colin. What's up with that?
The artillery, they have to strike quickly here. Yard deep is Ziggy Heronic, the former Dragon, coming out of the end zone. He's knocked down by Craig Westlake at the 20.
Well, it's a long putt. See if they've got, if Alamo City's got a minute 22-second offense here that can produce some points. They can at least get into field goal range, Colin. They can keep it a one-score game.
There's Brad Jones in the backfield. Jones has been really productive on these runs. And they'll give it to him again, and Brad Jones trying to find room, but only found 3 yards.
They're going to let that clock run too, Colin. They've got 2 timeouts to work with here. Maybe they want to save one until they get on the plus side of the field.
Remember, they elected to receive, so they'll be kicking the ball off the DC.
Yeah,
it's very unusual strategy here by the artillery.
Yeah, and it'll could come back and bite them a little bit here, and it forces them to have to really step on the gas or try to. That's not going to do it.
Jones tackled in the backfield. They're going to call a loss back to the 19, and I think the artillery are just going to...
You're going to pack it in maybe for the first half, but shouldn't they have been throwing the ball, Colin?
Now they come out of the shotgun. Oh.
Let's see, a minute too late.
This is we're opposite day. And now DC calls the timeout to try and preserve some clock.
Yeah, why not? The artillery's got a punt. Maybe a little lightning can strike for the Dragons.
I realized I forgot to go over the Alamo City secondary.
We'll have to do that here, maybe in the third quarter, Colin. You're usually automatic on that stuff.
Specifically the safeties. Got everyone else, but I forgot to remember the rest of the defensive. I got the corners, I just forgot the safeties.
Well, who are the safeties?
We have Rain Rie as the primary free safety. Jeff Spicoli of TV fame is there at the backup spot.
You know what? Danger is his business.
Jukin Rookin Jr., who comes over from Sioux Falls.
Oh, that's an offsides.
And Albert Begin is the other strong safety, as we got flags down all over the place.
See, was he drawn off?
No, he crossed the plane by the tips.
Not a chance.
That
gives
DC Begin.
It gives DC a free clock stoppage.
Wife of Albert Begin.
There's only 7 seconds, I believe. Once they flip the There we go.
Ball is at the 50. Let's see how DC elects to play this.
He could do one quick out maybe, but otherwise it's Hail Mary time.
Well, looks like they're lining up in the Hail Mary anyway. 4 wide receivers to the top. Synergy steps.
Oh,
he had to throw it away.
He could get another shot at it, though. 2 seconds.
Pressure was coming from Mickey McGuire on a blitz.
Yep. And nobody was really getting open yet, so line up and try it again. That's smart quarterback play.
Only his second incompletion of the half.
And that one was on purpose. All right, same formation.
Hail Mary take 2 from the 50. Synergy pumps. He's got a cannon to get it down there, and he does. It's intercepted. Now in the first half, artillery have a little bit of momentum. Albert Begin grabs the ball out of the air.
Gets one on the stat sheet, but that's the end of the half. Well, it was there. 'Twas there.
We've reached halftime. And Rick, as we sort of digest what happened down there on the field, what are your thoughts?
Well, I thought the artillery opened up in fine style, marching right down the field, punching in the end zone.
No, the Dragons. Remember the artillery were in it or something.
Yes, my bad. And then the artillery came back and goes down the field. I thought, okay, we're going to be all right. You know, back and forth. It's been all Dragons since that point, Colin.
Here's Brad Jones, 75 yards, but you know, this beauty of a touchdown run shows you why Alamo City paid so much for him.
Yes, got a lot of talent carrying the ball right there, and artillery's going to figure out
how to slow down number 20, Kevin Say.
well, I was going to say how to keep getting their running back out in the open field.
That's the first of his 2 touchdowns of the half. This one was on the category of ridiculous. He almost broke away. That's a consecutive spin.
How many tackles do I got to break? I think he broke 3 tackles, including 2 by 2 people. 2 of the tackles were 2 people at the same time, and still couldn't get away, but it was a great run.
Field goal was good there, but Kevin Say, Rick, he just put in the work in the first half, and
he's too much. He's just too much right now.
86 yards on just 5 carries.
We're just going to need a solution for that. Right? They got a few things to solve for. One, more production on the offense, and it would probably help if they could get a little more pressure on Synergy in the passing downs. It's a whole different problem to slow down Say or Chuck Steller, right?
Yeah, Chuck Steller had that one big run.
Yeah, he was I don't want to say he was gashing them as well.
There's Matt Finnick, kicks it off. It's Shanahan, he goes deep out of his end zone on the return. Cuts to his right and gets knocked down at the 23.
As you so adroitly pointed out, they had to kick to the Dragons, who get to start the third quarter. Adroit, there's your probably your first vocabulary word of the night. Don't forget, if you're going to score well on your standardized tests in school, you got to study your vocab.
3 wide receivers for the Dragons. Offset single back to the left-hand side is Kevin Say. Slant over the middle. Catch made. Through the 30-yard line, that's for Coco on the reception. She had 2 grabs and a touchdown the first half. She's picking up where she left off. Synergy continues. At blistering pace. Now 18-21. There's Kevin Saving stopped for only a gain of 1.
There you go. 3rd down. Come on, artillery. Rick Meter's watching intently. They may be issuing an updated read here shortly.
Here's the Bass Synergy. Let's see what head coach Stephen Molinek's dialed up here. He's also the offensive coordinator. Say again up the middle. This time he picks up a first down to the 39.
Let's see that. Watch this lineup. We won't get the wide shot, but Dragons, Colin, had receivers on both numbers. Spread the defense out pretty wide and just ran right up the middle.
Up to 95 yards and just 7 carries. Also has 4 grabs for 25 yards, does Kevin Say.
Look how the artillery linebackers are all up there.
Here's the throw out to the flat. Say on his 5th grab, and He's just showing off the fancy feet as he picks up 7.
He did. His juke took him out of bounds. But yeah, hey, hats off to the artillery D trying to mix that up. They had all the linebackers on there. They actually sent 1 and dropped 2 into coverage. That forces the Dragons to have to guess and account for people right on the spot. They're doing it again, Colin.
Again, they're showing blitz off that far side.
They send everybody, yeah.
Say runs away from it and picks up a first down. He's crunched down at the 49.
He ran away. Brave Sir Say he ran away. Forward down the field.
No, he did not. There's your Monty Python reference for those of you who have a broadcasting bingo card. Strong formation. Here's the give to Say again. Follows the blocks down the field. Led by Furcoco and Stephen Fellows is second all the way downfield, making a tackle after a pickup of 7. I formation.
And this puts the artillery behind the 8 ball here.
Here's to get the second. Tate's buddy's on his way now. As Rain Rie knocks him down at the 25.
It seems counterintuitive, Colin, but there are backs that have that little hesitation, that little sidestep, and you think, no, you need to keep going and press the advantage. But for the ones that can do it, it is super productive, and you just saw it right there.
Rain Rie is the man to bring him down.
I think that's what makes Say and others who do that so dangerous.
Gonna go weak eye this time, 2 tight ends. Single receivers, Josh Gill. Kevin Say on the carry again. He picks up 5. He's just making it look easy.
Only artillery's loading up the box, anticipating runs to try and slow this Dragon offense down. Well, the Dragons have already moved themselves down to the 21.
And they're chewing up clock as they do it, Rick. That's the other thing.
That's right. I mean, it's only an 11-point game, but it sure feels like a much bigger advantage for DC.
As they pick up another first down, Say up to the 13. Currently 8 plays, 57 yards, most of it on the ground.
The Dragons hoping this running attack here to open the third quarter pays dividends. As you noted, it's chewing up, a decent amount of clock, shorten the game, put some more points on the board. Both of those things are the advantage of the Dragons.
Bring in an extra tackle to play tight end. As Say is finally stopped in the backfield for a loss of 1. Combination Boogie Bar and J Mark in on the tackle.
Good job by the artillery defensive unit there, Colin. And one of the first times all evening that the Dragons have been behind the chains. 2nd and 11.
And Boogie Bar, that's the 5th tackle recorded. First tackle for a loss.
All right, we're going.
And here's 2 in a row.
Yeah.
This time it's a Yogi Bar. He tackled Say like he found a pick-a-nickel basket. And it's 3rd and 15 all the way back at the 18-yard line for DC.
Wow. Well, Yogi and Boo Boo out there chopping it up now all of a sudden for the artillery.
They go 5 wide out of the empty shotgun.
Now they're going to throw.
To the end zone, knocked away.
Hey.
Rain Rie on the deflection, and Potty will be on for the field goal attempt.
Wow, and that's a pretty big win for the artillery, right?
Yeah, huge.
Holding them to a field goal after they invaded themselves, advanced themselves all the way down into the red zone. Let's see, fairly pedestrian field goal attempt here from the 25. We call it a 35-yard field goal. It's up and it's good.
It's now 24-10 with 5:32 left. And Eddie Gage gave me an interesting stat.
Lay it on me, bro.
Tonight, before that third down conversion, it's 4 of 6. They're 4 of 6 tonight on third down.
Is that right? That is, yeah.
We take a look at the plays here. We have a couple turnovers by Alamo City. 44 total plays from DC. And the total yards definitely in favor of the Dragons. Over 100 in both categories.
He's thrown down there for his trouble, does Hronek.
And it's sort of an interesting homecoming for Ziggy because he broke in to the SFL with the DC Dragons. So he's probably seeing some of his former friends every time he's out there getting tackled. Here's Ace Vinnick. 10 of 13 for 91 yards. He's back for pass attempt number 14. Completes it to the 29-yard line for a pickup of 3. Hank Earl Troll on the reception. His first catch. 2nd and 7.
Well, not exactly where they want to be, but let's see how they do. Just basic stuff, down and distance, right? Move the stick, sustain the drive.
Here's the give to Jones, and he's stopped in the backfield. Boy, after those first couple carries, Rick, it sure seems the Dragons have clamped down on it.
Yeah, the Dragons quickly figured out their mistakes, it would appear, against the run. And Artillery may just have to go to the air more than they'd like to. At this point, down by 2 scores.
Here's Ace throws over the middle. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted and returned upfield. It's the free safety John DeSantis to the Alamo City 34.
Well, call that the announcer curse, Colin. I just mentioned that the air may be their friend, and is it? No. It is not.
And DeSantis grabs that one out of the air, sets his team up in great field position.
And with that interception, the staff of the Rick meter has just burst into the booth to hand this piece of paper to me. And I'll read it to you. It says, Rick meter now full lean DC. Rick meter predicting a DC win. Right there.
4th interception of the year for DeSantis. And Kevin Day fumbled the ball, but thank goodness for the Dragons. Mike Churchill was Johnny on the spot to pick it up. It goes down as a 5-yard gain.
Well, the Rick meter staff was leaving the booth. Then the fumble was called. They ran back into the booth and was recovered by the Dragons, and then they ran out of the booth again. So we're still on predicting a DC win.
Here's Synergy back to throw. Throws over the middle. Oh, almost intercepted. Tipped right there by Jeff Spicoli.
It's like I told the guy on ABC, danger is my business.
It's a 3rd down and 5 for the Dragons.
Here's a thought, Colin. Right near the end of that last possession by the Dragons where the artillery defense stalled them out and forced a field goal, the artillery D is maybe a little rowdier than they have been. Sparking up a little bit. Let's see.
Here's Synergy. Fire is complete for the first down to Josh Gill. Out of bounds at the Alamo City 20.
Ooh. So much for that thought. As he just does that.
Oh, did you see that? He just grabbed it one hand.
Oh my gosh.
Again, these guys are just showing up. First,
he just
Blue and Josh Gill.
He just runs off the line, makes a left turn. Nobody's there. Come on, artillery. And look at the cushion here at the top, too, Colin. I could put one move on. Uh-oh.
The lineman jumps off sides. Here's the swing out to Say. Say makes some moves down to about the 15. It'll be interesting to see if they accept this penalty or not, because they gained about what the penalty yardage would be worth.
Number 60, defense.
And Jukin Rukin called for the penalty.
The infraction. Can't do that. Oh, you can't do that.
You know, when you're as big as he is, you can't exactly hide when you move like that.
You know, nobody on the offensive line can hide on either side, right, Colin?
Right.
So they take the penalty, 1st and 5, the extra down.
Here's the give. This is Chuck Stellar. And Stellar muscles his way down to the 12.
Picks up 3, 2nd and 2.
Foraker there making the stop for the artillery, number 48. Former Denver Nightwing. Say now back in, and Say gets the ball and gets the first down exactly at the 10. Foraker on the tackle.
It's lifted off the ground a little bit, but gets the gerb done.
Here's Synergy. He's 20 of 25.
I go back to that penalty play. The cushion that his wide receiver on the left side of the formation had was open for a big gain, but he went with the scheduled swing pass in the flat.
As Chuck Stellar gets down to the 6, it'll be 2nd and goal. It's always interesting, Rick, to see these teams who have 2 tailbacks, how they use them.
Right.
And Stellar is sort of the more heavy set guy.
Wow, everybody's jumpy for the artillery.
And it's going to wipe away a pick.
Wipe the fine play in the secondary.
Albert Begin had it, but
his second pick, it would have been.
And Jukin Rukin. Again. Second time this drive. Big fella, what are you doing?
Oh, man. You hear the audible eye rolls from the artillery faithful.
Who've made the trip.
On that one.
This will be 2nd and goal from the 3 as a result. Chuck Stellar in. 3 tight ends against the goal line defense. Stellar down to 1.
So close. So close.
And the former fullback who has on the year.
Yes.
Coming in, just had 7 carries for 11 yards. And so far today, he's 5 carries for 17 yards. No rushing touchdowns. Hey, you get it! And the artillery fell back on top of it. Oh, DC did. I'm not sure, actually. Down marker
it's 4th and goal.
Down marker says 4th, so DC fell on top of it, but the artillery defense comes up with another big play.
The real opportunity there for your Alamo City artillery. Well, this is an important field goal for the Dragons to make it a 3-possession game. Should this be a successful attempt?
Here's the field goal. Is good. For 21 yards. They get the 3, but it easily could have been nothing had the fumble not been fallen back on.
Exactly. Hey, miss any SFL action? Want to fast forward your SFL experience? Check out highlights of SFL games on the SFL YouTube channel and on Highlight Nation, provided by Victor's Valiant, YouTube's premier sports highlight maker. Subscribe to Highlight Nation and Victor's Valiant on YouTube for all your college football and basketball highlight needs.
He always does good work with the SFL highlights, believe me. As Ziggy Oronica turns it up to the 24. If you're Alamo City, you're down 24-10 with basically almost a full quarter to go.
How about being down 27-10?
What did I say?
24-10.
Oh, it is 27-10. Oh. Sorry, folks. It
was such a memorable field goal by the Dragons.
As Brad Jones tackled for no gain. Put your 4s, 86s, and 12s. And 68s up in the chat, folks. We've reached the fourth quarter. You're watching Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube.
APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection. State-of-the-art technology and world-class customer service, APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com.
Whoa, Garrison Blue. It looked like he was surprised to see that. He was afraid of the ball. He just flat out dropped it on second down there.
Not sure. Maybe he was looking at something else, you know?
It's 3rd and 10, and Artillery only 1 of 6 on 3rd down this evening. Trying to change that here. 7-step drop by Ace Fennick.
There we go.
Goes way the field goes up, and it's Ziggy Heroic down to the Dragon 25.
That's what I'm talking about. There you go.
That's your quintessential moon ball, if you will. He just threw it up to the sky and said, go get it.
Go get it, young man.
He was behind everybody.
Well, that's the kind of quality play Alamo City offense needs and needs more of here as they find themselves down 3 scores.
Now they line up with 5 wide receivers in the empty shotgun.
I like you to throwy.
As they go with a dime defense. Does DC throw over the middle? It's catch.
Oh, they're calling a fumble. Oh, no.
And Hank Girl throw.
Is that a catch, though? I mean, it was bang, bang. Here we go.
Throw.
1. He never secured that ball. Never made a football move, as Roger Goodell's people would say. Come on.
Or act coming to the game.
And come into the game. There it is. There it is. You know what? Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
As R62 gets his first look under the replay hood.
R62 gets to watch TV too. He likes TV. Yeah, that's incomplete.
It's almost simultaneous.
Right.
I like the idea. And the guy they call the Mad Hungarian, I think lucked out on that one as the ruling is overturned and the Artillery will not lose a timeout.
Hey, Sunday on SFL YouTube, a pair of much improved 2-1 teams do battle down by the bayou when Ryan Roosevelt and the Indianapolis Ramblers head south to take on Randy Squarebush in the Louisiana Revolution. Kickoff is at 6:45 in the East, only on SFL YouTube.
Here's the throw. This is out to Deuce Finnick. I thought Bullock. No, that was Levine, the rookie, hit him out of bounds, but he said he started in the field of play, so no penalty there.
Yeah, those are always tough calls as they're heading out of bounds. When did they initiate contact? I have to say, when I have someone spin the prop on my airplane, contact. Uh-oh.
Here's the throw, knocked away. Peanuts say almost grabbed it out of the air.
It's no secret I bought a lot of military war surplus items, including an old Sopwith Camel.
The Artillery will be on for Matt Finnick's second field goal attempt.
This will claw them back to 2 possessions, but those 2 possessions are going to need to be touchdowns, assuming he makes this.
Snap, spot kick is right down the boulevard, and it's now 13-10 with 9:55 to go.
Right down Constitution Avenue. There you go. So it's a 14-point gap. Best thing that Alamo City's defense can do here is generate a turnover. Absent that, a 3 and out. So here we go. 9:55 left to play in this game. DC's been in control pretty much the whole way.
Here's the return by Shanahan up the middle. Ooh, he is cracked at the 22-yard line by a wedge buster down there on special teams. Speaking of tackle, I read something that other league, some people sometimes call it the no fun league. They want to eliminate the hip drop tackle.
Yeah, I saw something about that myself. And then here we go with the artillery still playing tight on the line with their LBs, buddy.
Here's Say on the carry. Spins, 2 spins, but he's unable to break out of the third man to get him. See the numbers for Kevin Say. Unofficially, he's at 148 yards on 17 carries. Thanks to Eddie Gage and Greg Soto keeping track of the facts and figures for us.
So 2nd and 6, not a bad down and distance if you're pulling for Alamo City here. All things considered.
Quick drop, throw wide open. It's Lauren for Coco, and down the field she goes. They made that too easy.
Yeah, Prococo's one of their main weapons, and somehow gets loose out there. Well, that 57, I guess, that the linebacker was supposed to be covering her. Kind of forgets about it, I guess.
Prococo is not is
yes.
Pretty big for anybody to cover. She's 6'7", 260 pounds.
Yeah, but like I say, you know, she's one of their primary weapons, and okay, I'm an LB, but I gotta go cover, and I'm nowhere, not even in the neighborhood.
Here's Synergy.
All right.
See the numbers for him.
2nd and 9. A little better down in distance on 2nd down for the artillery. They're throwing a last-second shift. They get penetration.
And Say stopped for a 3-yard gain. Coley among the defenders making it. It'll be 3rd and 6.
All right.
Here is split shotgun look. And Synergy going long. Almost intercepted by Mickey McGuire. His teammates call him Gunny.
Gunny had himself a pick there. Just couldn't corral it. But they will get the ball back here.
In the form of a traditional punt, but it looked like for a second there that the arm punt was going to pay off.
Potentially. Let's see where the field position ends up.
Punter is Wilson. He's standing back around his own 30. Ball is away. Fair catch called for at the 20.
It's still in the neighborhood of where Gunny dropped it. So down by 2 scores, 7:58 to go. All 3 timeouts available for Alamo City. Hey, don't leave the stream without joining our Discord server. There's so much more to do in the SFL than just being a player. Join, check out content for teams and about the league created by the community. Participate in pick'em games, play SFL fantasy football, and test your skills in the survivor pool. To join our server, visit www.simulationfl.net and click on the Discord icon in the menu. The SFL community, 2,000 strong. We'll see you there.
Catch made on the play by number 16, David Crockett. Pick up a 4.
Distant relative of Davy Crockett.
Here to get to Jones again, this time out of a different look, and for the first time in what feels like forever, he actually moves forward.
Right about that.
It'll set up a 3rd and 4 and 3rd down tonight for Alamo City. Has been anything but pretty. They're 2 of 8.
Well, the Alamo City comeback continues on this down, if it's going to have any legs.
Brad Jones on the throw. No.
Oh, boy.
Peanut Say was there to shut it down immediately like a health inspector shutting down a greasy spoon.
And you're right about that. And there was a second DC Dragon out there, too. Maybe make one guy miss, but two, that's a tall order.
They're now 2 of 9, and it's played a big reason why the artillery have been behind most of this ball game. Punt is away, and fair catch called for at the 44 by Shanahan.
Yeah, and why not? Hey, I'm at the 44. I'm going to fair catch this thing. Set the offense up in style. Now the Rick Meter had called a win for DC in the third quarter, and they're feeling pretty confident about themselves. They crack open another 12-pack of Mountain Dew and
As if they need it.
case of Pop-Tarts, I know.
Kevin Say up the middle, and Say, ooh,
He's dead.
he was popped real hard on the play. I believe that was by Albert Begin. Say's down for an extra beat as he picks up 8.
But pulls the old Jim Brown play, right? Jim Brown famously never got up fast, always slow. That way they never knew if he was, when he had gotten hurt.
Here's offset eye, and
Ooh.
Say stopped in the backfield for a loss. No, at the line they're going to say no forward progress. Boogie Bar on the tackle, and Rick, she's been busy.
Indeed. Indeed. Called her name and number a lot. I don't know if you got any got a handle on her production on defense over there. But here's a deep throw.
Deep throw. Oh. This time it's Riker Law. Almost grabbed that out of the air.
Oh, man, an epidemic of dropped interceptions.
And a punt by Wilson. With 5:24 to go. He's standing at his own 35. Ziggy Heronic back on the return. Here's the return by Heronic. It'll be tackled at the 15.
First and 10 from the Alamo 16-11.
Here's Ace Finnick. He's sacked. He's sacked for the first sack of the game. And it goes to the Dragons, number 98. Jason Bourne, the defensive tackle. Loss of 2. Second and 12. And here they come out in the 3-back set. Here's Jones, spins away, makes a juke. Has 2 defenders to bring him down, and here they go in a hurry up, but it's not the ideal set. It's the 3-back set, Rick. Here's the throw out to Jones. Jones has room. Gets out of bounds at the 28, and that'll be good enough for a first.
The artillery trying to make something out of nothing here. Showing a little progress late in the fourth quarter, Colin.
You missed a great opportunity for a punt. The defensive tackle for Washington, D.C., Jason Bourne, got his first sack of the game. You missed one of your classic lines. You should have said, it's Jason Bourne. The throw over the middle.
Step away to take care of a little Denver business here, but I'm back. Thanks, Colin, for outing me.
Here's the throw over the middle. Deuce Finnick catches it, and here they continue with the hurry up.
That's what we like to see.
Now they're out in the empty backfield. This is the perfect set for it.
Oh!
Throw to Garrison Blue.
Well-timed hit.
Declan O'Rourke, who's been a really busy guy. He's had 9 tackles, 3 assists at CFL, and now his second pass deflection.
Watch how well he times this. Boom.
See, the ball coming out of Ace's hands was a little wobbly.
Wobbly. Got to throw that tight spiral.
Up to 207 yards, 18 of 26. But unfortunately for Ace, he's thrown 2 interceptions.
69% completion. But those 2 interceptions killed his QBR. He's 60.9. Niner. Here's a good one.
Throw down the field. Oh, Peanut Say almost had his second interception.
Let's go back to that earlier long throw that he had, Colin, where you noted it was a moon ball. He needed to throw that again on this one. A little too flat. Hits the defender instead of the receiver. All right, but it does stop the clock. 3rd and 10. 4 down territory, clearly, but
4 wide trips to the bottom, out of the gun.
oh,
Throws, it's a fumble.
he throws.
It's fallen off by Alamo City, but he's tackled all the way back at the 21. And
There's Jason Bourne. You with the red bag. With the red bag. What did we say? 3 tackles, 2 sacks. Nice.
Ooh, he just leveled the poor offensive lineman who
Seems like
fell on the ball.
seems like a late hit.
And the artillery are lining up to go for this.
Where's your R62 when you need them? Yeah. 4th and 21. Anything over 20 is a mile.
Throws. It's intercepted.
Oh, my goodness.
It's the 3rd one, and Declan O'Rourke got it off the deflection.
So O'Rourke should have actually dropped the ball because they'd have gotten possession back at the line of scrimmage. But, you know, it's tough to turn off those instincts, right, when the ball's coming your way.
Josh Vasquez tipped it in the air right to O'Rourke. And for Declan, that is his first interception on the year.
Mr. Churchill, love the reference in the chat.
Here's the give up the middle
So,
to Chuck Stellar.
so it's all coming back now, yeah?
It's not coming back. Stellar picks up yardage to the 46.
At this elevation, I know I can run flat out for a mile. I know the guy at the bar can handle himself. Knows in a tight spot. I've memorized the license plates on every car in the parking lot. Who am I?
And I line up at 3 tight ends. Here's the give to Chuck Stellar, and he's away. Broke 1 tackle, but he's down to the 35. And Stellar's putting up season best numbers in the rushing department. That's his 8th carry for 32 yards.
And Jason Bourne does have a particular set of skills.
And
Do you get the headaches too? Headaches are the worst.
And unfortunately for Alamo City, they haven't been able to figure out any clues to stop Mr. Bourne.
Any clues?
As Say is at 21 carries. As we reach the 2-minute warning, you're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on YouTube.
5,000 euro to drive me to Paris. Another 5,000 when we get there. Take care of this car. Tires felt a little splashy on the way over.
Here's Kevin Say on the carry, spins, hurdles over his down lineman and picks up a first down as the artillery have started to burn their timeouts with a minute 53 to go.
Desperately need the ball back and urgently need 2 scores. The artillery are down to smoking their timeouts. Well, Colin, this is an interesting game. I believe wasn't Alamo City favored? What was the line in this deal?
It was +7.5.
DC, yeah.
Over under 57.5. Oh, I think the under's going to. It is saying it's tackled in the back of the ball support. As we get to Cameron Irvine for a game update. Cam, what do you got?
Hey, Colin, there hasn't been much. Lots of field goals, and that's the highlight we give you now. But after your game is over, head to Charleston for a nail-biter. Aztecs protecting a 17-12 advantage. Back to the conclusion of your game in D.C.
Field goal fest. Something people would enjoy, as Kevin Say trying to salt the rest of this away. It's tackled at the 26, and the artillery are now out of timeouts.
Sounds like you get a kick out of that game, that type of game, Colin.
I'm 46 on the clock. 3rd and 12.
First down here's going to seal it, but 12 yards is a long way.
They're unable to get 12.
My guess is they're going to get a field goal attempt out of this. What do you think?
Potty's already made a couple.
It's a party. It's a field goal party. Ain't no party like a field goal party.
Number 15 will come in to attempt a field goal from the 23-yard line.
I think we ran the Jason Bourne jokes and comments into the ground pretty good. Kind of proud of that.
Bruce Leroy is the holder. This is right hash.
Ooh, janky.
Snap spot kick is on the way and good from 40 yards, they'll call it.
Potty did not lose his concentration as that ball nearly laid on the ground for a moment as he began his run up. Still gets good leg, good accurate kick. That's the kind of focus we need around here, Colin.
30-13 with a minute and 1 second left. Exactly 61 seconds for those of you who keep track of such things that way.
You do a lot of talking.
Ziggy Heroic on the return to the 21-yard line of Alamo City. They have no timeouts left in 58 seconds.
Well, maybe we can get some exciting action here in the last minute, or as you say, 58 seconds out of the Alamo City artillery. I'm telling you that you're onto something with that moon ball. Let's see if they can gin one of those up for us.
Here's the quick drop.
Oh,
Soto fell out in bounds. He picked up 5, but at what cost?
Short yardage and moving clock. It's a twofer. Another one.
This time he has enough room to get out of bounds, and he does with 43 seconds left.
That's the way.
So the DC Dragons both these teams will move to 500, and the result of the other game will be dependent on where they fall in the divisional standings. Right now, DC is tied with Charleston for last in the Atlantic, and Alamo City is leading the South Division. As the throw, intercepted for the 4th time. Again, the tip drill is used to great effect.
And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. They'll be able to kneel this one out, will the DC Dragons.
As Guy Pan grabbed it off the deflection from DeSantis.
It's a thing of beauty.
And
Yes.
for Mr. Guy Pan, that's a big deal for him because that's career interception number 1 in the majors.
Hey, congratulations. Nicely done. And a little circus one at that.
As we get to kneel down from Sebas Synergy and the Dragons after they were humbled by the 3-time defending champions a week ago, get to send the home fans happy this time.
Yeah, getting 7.5, but they didn't need it, as this thing's going to kneel out at 30-13, Colin. And the under will hit with 43 points. Tell us about who puts those odds together for us, Colin.
Oh, the guys at Jackson, Hunter Norwood, Jack Wall.
Do a nice job. Appreciate that. Welcome to the post-game show. Let's take a look at some of the numbers. Dragons lead in time of possession, total yards, win the turnover battle.
Yeah, you don't want to be leading the turnover battle, and unfortunately for Alamo City, they did this evening.
They lost the turnover battle because they had 4.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes. There's some good action, back and forth action early, but it was pretty much DC the rest of the way.
As you see the highlights scroll, take a look at some of our final and official stats. Spinnick, 21 of 31, 220 yards, but he threw 4 interceptions and 0 touchdowns. So that synergy at one point he was perfect at one point. He was like 14 of 14. He finishes 22 of 29 for 165 yards, touchdown, and an interception. But his defense came up big today. 4 different players had an interception. Potty kicked a couple of field goals. He was 3 of 3. And Ziggy Horonic in a bit of a homecoming. He gets good stats personally, but especially in the return game, but that's because he had a lot of opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
His team was on the losing end. Brad Jones finishes with 85 yards. Player game is, drum roll please, Kevin Say, 169 yards, 25 carries, 2 touchdowns, as well as 33 receiving yards on all balls thrown his way.
Kevin Say can do it all.
Thank you to Eddie Gage and Greg Soto, our statisticians, Kevin Irvine, our producer. Don Northup, Rick Northup, have a good rest of your Saturday.